Hi guys, I just got out of the shower. I took a quick morning shower and I'm ready to start my day with a cup of green tea that I got yesterday from this Korean store. So you guys just saw me use this. This is a gua sha device thing. It says here that gua sha is a natural alternative therapy that involves scraping your skin with a massage tool to improve your circulation. This ancient Chinese technique may offer a unique approach to better health, addressing issues like chronic pain. You guys just saw how I use this as part of my early morning rituals. It all involves a quick shower, a cup of green tea, sometimes sencha, but this time I got the actual authentic green tea powder. Next, it's just any bottle of moisturizer and gua sha, and that's it. We're ready to start our day. So you guys remember from my last video, I included a giveaway of skin products and access to my medical ebooks on Google Drive from reading your questions that everyone posted both on YouTube and on Facebook. Now I will be reading some of them. Hopefully I could answer everything. Then we'll be announcing our winners. So the first question is coming from Miss Regina Diccion asking, any tips po for me for the upcoming NLE? I'm so nervous already. So, Miss Regina Diccion, I met her from one of the medical missions I have recently joined at, and we found out that we were the only nurses in that group. Teka, mag-Tagalog na nga tayo. Ang hirap, bulol ako sa Tagalog. Well, that's answering one of your questions. So, ang tanong po niya, any study tips para sa upcoming NLE? Way back college, while I was reviewing for the December 2012 NLE, most of it I did self-review. I attended review classes probably last 2 months or 1 month before the actual exam. Back then, I haven't quite figured out what my learning technique was. I was studying on my own. I wasn't into that whole four-walled classroom thing. I couldn't do that. I couldn't stand a monotonous lecture. Like when the professor is just in front of you and just reads out. Teka, mag-English. Teka, okay. Hindi ko kaya yung ganun. Hindi ko kaya yung nakikinig lang sa class, a few interaction, may tatanong, may isasagot. I wanted to study on my own. I was more effective in reading around 2 or 3 in the morning until 5. I usually did this before going to my review classes with a group composed mostly of second takers. So, to be honest, napaka-negative ng vibe. Most of them were saying, it's okay na hindi ka pumasa on first take. No. If you can do it the first time around, why wait for the second? So ayun, ang goal ko lang nun ay pumasa first take. Ayaw magkaroon ng ganong thinking na okay lang na hindi pumasa. But no, I'm not judging those who had it for the second or third time. Pero please, if you could do it right the first time around, my tips for you is just to focus on what you want to achieve. Know what you're doing. Know every step of what you're doing. Keep the goal in mind and find your learning technique. Whatever worked for you back in college, it will work for you for the remaining years you have as a BSN graduate. And most especially, enjoy the journey. Namnamin mo yung bawat moment na stressed ka pa. After passing the board exam, you will never have to do it again. Next question is from Miss She Balostrino Bulacau. She's asking, what's the hardest thing you did in med school? I can't really answer this because I haven't started med school. Med school is happening in 2 to 3 weeks yet. So maybe I'll answer it differently. Like, what is the hardest thing you did for med school? One of the hardest thing I did for med school was probably during my application for that med school in Intramuros. PLM. Gosh, you can find it anywhere on the web. It's like the hardest med school applications you will ever go through if you dare to. And sadly, I didn't get it. I wanted to make the most of being a Manila resident plus a graduate of a private or government school in Manila. I also voted for this thing to happen, for you guys to give me this slot. That's okay. I'm in a good school now. The university itself has been around Manila for the longest time. Although yung med school niya ay kaka-start pa lang, nasa third year pa lang yung pioneering batch nila. When I went to their school to just inquire, they provided me with all the information I needed, and I knew it was a good school to start with. What keeps you inspired and determined on pursuing your dreams on becoming a doctor despite your achievements and experiences? Wait, being a doctor, to be honest, was never my dream. Mahal, time-consuming, yung responsibility on your shoulders of actually handling a life, ang bigat noon. No, it was never my dream to become a doctor. And I'm still scared of the idea. Achievements and experiences. Okay, let's talk about the achievements first. After graduating from BSN in 2012, I moved to Manila to pursue graduate school, and I recently graduated last year, 2018, with a Master's of Arts in Nursing after coming home from the Middle East. For the experiences, I guess it's because this person asked me about my work experience. It was for an airline company back in Zamboanga. While waiting for the board exam results to come out, I worked as a ground crew for Philippine Airlines. No, PAL Express. Naabutan ko yung transition between Airphil Express, Airphil to PAL Express. So talagang tinrain kami for the new brand, and andyan yung grooming. It was done by Mr. Ali Licarte of PAL Learning Center. So I learned a lot from that. Aside from seeing a lot of VIPs, maganda yung experience of actually handling flights. My first work experience as a nurse was for AFP Medical Center. It's a military hospital along the Luna Avenue. So I was first assigned to the Heroes Ward Orthopedics Department. That place changed my life. Andun natutunan ko ng umiyak sa medication room, natutunan ko ng umiyak sa tabi ng pasyente ko, natutunan ko ng magpigil ng luha, lahat. I learned everything from that place. Then I was moved to ER. Everything I learned in that place, I applied to my entire practice as a nurse. I so much wanted to apply for, I wanted to apply to the nurse corps, but then I wasn't qualified for some height reason. And then when they lowered the height requirement to 5 flat, naglaps naman yung age ko. Ang labo. It was not for me. Good thing my mom worked for this university hospital in Najran, Saudi Arabia. It was situated along Najran and war-torn Yemen. So imagine yung gulo doon. Every Friday, may explosions, merong bombahan, may nasusunog na puno, may tinamaan na kotse, mga ganong effect. I applied whatever I learned in that military hospital doon sa actual na military setup na, kasi war zone pre. War zone! I was so lucky that the company gave me a chance to travel around Saudi Arabia. I've been to Jeddah, to Abha, Kamis Mushait, Jeddah again, Riyadh, and then Najran, and then Riyadh again. Coming home to the Philippines, I decided not to go back. And it was probably one of the best decisions I've made, to stay in my country and serve my people. And after that, I was offered this opportunity to study medicine by Mr. Angelo Cue. If you died tomorrow, what would be your greatest accomplishment? Before med school applications, I would say my greatest accomplishment was finally graduating with my grad school degree. After 5 years of residency, that's a long story. Let's not go there. It's probably making it this far in application for med school. By Miss She Belostino again. Do you miss pageant / model life? Yeah, probably. I miss the spotlight. I miss being on stage. I miss trying to be Miss Perfect. From where I am right now, I'm never going back. By future Konsehal Bon LJ, how was your honeymoon? The honeymoon never really happened because Jib was too busy doing flights while I was too busy applying for med school. Kung may inaantay kayo, huwag nyo nang antayin. Hindi pa muna darating. Medyo gasgas na to, pero ito yung tanong na gusto kong itanong din sa akin, kaso ayaw nila akong tanungin. Kung may time machine ka, saan at kailan mo gustong bumalik? Gusto kong bumalik sa araw ng kasal ko. I want to relive that moment. Napakaganda ng experience of being the bride of the wedding you planned yourself. It's the best thing ever. And also to unhire some suppliers. Team Modelo. Vienna cakes. Do you think it's okay to settle down at an early age, or should people get more experience before making a choice? Experience? Settling down at an early age, I couldn't answer that because I was 27 when I first got married. That was in 2018. I first got married with the same guy. It was a civil wedding. It happened in their residence. It was a beautiful, simple garden wedding. The second one happened a few days ago. Oh, exactly a month ago. We planned this wedding for 150 guests, expecting more. The wedding ceremony happened in San Agustin Church in Intramuros, and the reception in Manila Hotel. Anywhere. It can happen anywhere. The wedding can happen anywhere. But if you can finance, if you are independent enough to provide for who you're getting married with, guys, it doesn't matter if you're the bride or the groom, you should provide for your partner. If you're financially stable, if you're emotionally healed from all the baggage that you had from your past relationships, or if you're independent, like you can live on your own and you wouldn't need anyone to fulfill your needs as an individual, then you know you're ready to get married. And not just doing this because you love the person. You can live without the person. That doesn't happen, bro. That's the perfect ingredient for a disaster. You're just looking for another heartbreak. If not medicine, what other course would you take and why? I'll probably go back to nursing since natapos ko na yung recent degree ko. I think I'll have a better chance at landing a better job. I'll probably look into the possibility of practicing my specialization, which is infection control. Nag-training ako sa Ministry of Health over in Saudi Arabia, and I could definitely use that here. Natatakot akong mag-Ingles, pero sige kapatid, aside from being a wife, a former beauty queen, a nurse, and soon to be doctor, what else would you like to become in the future? I'm living it, bro. I want to become a vlogger of everything, a vlogger of life. So like and subscribe. What are the things that you're proud of, and again, why? I couldn't be even more proud to say that when I decided to turn my life around by choosing God as the plan maker of my life, the director of my story, everything else turned around. Lahat ng mali naging tama, lahat ng mahirap naging madali, lahat ng imposible naging posible. And most of what I have in my life right now, I still believe I don't deserve. So, para sa akin, one advice I could give to those, be proud of your faith and surrender everything to Him. whoever he may be, whatever you call him. Surrender every piece and parcel of yourself, every part of yourself. Surrender it to him. Just give it out. Just sincerely let him take over you, and beautiful things will happen.